doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Vince Heartbreak is in the building. What's happening, my boy?
What's up, my guy? Long time no see.
It's been a minute. You were here about a year ago, man.
Yeah, facts.
Unfortunately, the person you were with is passed away.
Shout out Ali, man. 7th with Better Made Cannabis. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had great vibes. That was when I had heard the news about him passing away. I only met him like twice. And his energy was such a calming, cool energy that I was upset. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy when you can only meet somebody one time, 2 times, and like still feel upset about them passing away. It's like, damn. Yeah. Talk a little bit about what you've been accomplishing since then. What's been new for you?
Be honest with you, man. I've been really chilling, laid back. Finally start releasing music after 4 years. So I got a single out, dropped a music video last week. I think we're at like 3K so far. And I got a couple projects coming out. That's pretty much it.
Just been chilling, kind of slowly coming back.
Yeah.
What was the break all about?
To be honest with you, I don't want to know if I won't even say it was a break, but like I started making music and I like just never dropped music. Like I think in 4 years I dropped 7 songs, but I had 1 do $1 million on WorldStar. I got like 2 on 29,000, 1 on 50,000 on YouTube. But I just didn't want to drop until like I felt like I had the right momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like utilize all the connections type.
When you get $1 million on WorldStar, it's obviously super hard, but talk about that, like how that went down.
To be honest with you, I was featured on the song, so the song's not even my song. This artist named King Kel out of Detroit, he paid me for the feature, supported my business, gave him a verse, put it on WorldStar. Next thing you know, I'm like, what the hell? This thing's at 1 million views? I'm like, what the frick? I should have put my shit on WorldStar.
Yeah.
But that got me a lot of traction, though. That was my first ever single, and it was a feature. Then I did a photo shoot in like a little commercial with Lil Wayne and his weed stuff. I don't know if you heard of White Rose Moxie.
Mm-mm. He's
out of the city. He's pretty. I feel like he's kind of carrying the torch. The city doesn't give him a lot of credit, but he signed with 300 Entertainment. He brought me to Rolling Loud last year. Did Backwoods and Bonfires last year, Movement Festival. So really, I've just been trying to get back into things.
You said you worked with. He has Viola. Is he under?
Oh yeah, Viola. The weed brand, right?
Yeah.
I'm with them now. That's my team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So wait, who did you say you got to meet with that?
What, with Viola?
No, with that dude that you were just talking about.
Oh, White Rose Moxie?
No, yeah.
No, he just took me to Rolling Loud.
Lil Wayne. You talking about Lil Wayne?
Yeah, no, Jakua. So that was Lil Wayne's weed brand. That was the first weed company I started working. That's how Ali found me. He found me from the Lil Wayne commercial.
For real?
Yeah, so
how does that work, being in a Lil Wayne commercial?
To be honest with you, bro, it was like I woke up in the morning time. My manager at the time, he's like, dude, I got a DM saying they want to pay you to be in a commercial. I'm like, free money? Hell yeah, I'll do it. Next thing you know, it's a Lil Wayne brand. So they have Little Twist, Lil Wayne. They gave me a free skateboard, a bunch of free weed, paid me $400. I'm like, this is pretty. I feel like I'm an artist now.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So you got to experience a lot of what being an artist is like to a significant degree, because you've been to shows and been backstages, and you've had been a part of a song that broke 1 million. But the consistency as far as dropping music is like not the only thing that's a missing factor.
Yeah.
So like, are you interested in being an artist, or like how does it work?
You know, I really don't look at myself as an artist. I kind of look at myself as like an entrepreneur, because I got my hands in basketball, got my hands in agent, representing players. I got my hands in making beats, got my hands in making music, helping other artists. So I don't know. It's just like finding a healthy way to balance everything. You get what I'm saying? Because like I can't go 100% on music and then I leave out some of my players who need deals next year. You get what I'm saying?
Talk about that. What's up with the managing of the basketball players?
So I own Heartbreak Sports Group, which is like a throw off of my Vince Heartbreak name, and it's an agency. So like right now I represent Calvin Johnson, and not the football Calvin Johnson. It's my guy from the city. He's 27. He just signed to go to NBL Canada. Then I represent Jordan. Do you know Jordan Hollywood Ray?
Yeah.
You know Jordan? Yeah, he's my client. I represent him now.
Yeah, he hooped at the Scoops League a few times.
He got game. That kid's got game.
Yeah, he had an interesting story, man. Wait, I don't know if did I talk to? Oh, he's supposed to come on this podcast. So
I'm not gonna lie. You gotta get. J Ray's got some shit.
Yeah,
J Ray's got some shit.
He was affiliated with like the Ball Brothers and stuff like that.
I don't even want to speak on.
No, we're not gonna speak on it. But I just know that.
But get him on here.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He could hoop, man.
Yeah, that kid can play, bro. And I've known him since I was like I known J. Ray since he was 12. I was like 16. He was always in the gym, just always around the best basketball players, talking his shit. He told my dad one day, like, yeah, dude, I'm a better basketball player than you. I can shoot way better than you in your prime. He was like 13, 14 at the time. I'm like a sophomore in high school. I'm like, yo, this dude is talking crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. For anybody who doesn't know, your dad is Lindsey Hunter, which was a Pistons. Was everything okay?
Oh yeah, you can. Go
Oh yeah,
ahead.
let's grab him real quick and we'll get back on here.
Commercial break.
Um,
And we're
back on air. Yeah. So anybody who doesn't know, yeah, Lindsey Hunter is your pops, man, and he was very relevant piece of the Detroit Pistons championships, man. And a person I used to play on 2K, and I used to just hit the steal button because he was crazy good at stealing. But obviously he's breaking into a record label too, right?
Yeah, we launched Heartbreak Records together. Yeah. So we basically just used that to like go to the big dogs because we already got our foot to the door. It's just about making sure our package is set up. You know what I'm saying?
No, furthermore on it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how does it work? What's the process like?
So like, for example, like me being my dad's son, like my uncle manages and does all Drake and Future's touring stuff. Like they're about to be, I think Drake just launched his tour. They're coming to Michigan this year. So like being connected with people like that, it's kind of hard to just walk into the door like I make music year one. Like I want to be taken serious. So like just sticking behind the scenes, putting in the work by myself, letting people see my work. Cause like I don't like handouts for real. Like I don't like people coming. Cause my biggest pet peeve when I used to play basketball, you're just good or you're only here or you got this scholarship just because of your dad. Like I hear that so much. So like I like to put in a little effort for myself and then use my resources. But I actually have something to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Nobody wants to not be recognized for what talent or what they can bring to the table. Can you pull in your mic a little bit? You can just drag it in. Drag it in. Yep, that's good. With this Heartbreak Records, do you feel like it's stamping in Detroit? Do you feel like it's getting recognized early on?
Yeah, a little bit, but we're really we're more like a world label, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're focusing on everything.
Yeah, because like me personally, I don't make Detroit music. I mean, I got a song with Baby Tron. I got some stuff in the works with Scoop, but like those are just like, because we're cool, let's hop in the studio, we both make music, but I really don't touch on that demographic or that genre really.
Yeah, it's a difficult... you probably didn't think about doing it maybe so in the first place, but it's kind of like it's the closest thing, so let me try it here.
Yeah.
It's like the headquarters of... It's like Hollywood and LA,
facts.
basically.
A lot of artists are biting from Detroit. Like, a lot of people's sound just like Detroit people, which, like, I'll be like, what the heck? Like, how are people biting off the Detroit sound when we only have maybe... I don't know, this could be a controversial statement, but I feel like there's really only 3 heavy hitters right now. Like... coming out of the city where you got New York, you got 504, you got Little TJ, you got all those type guys. And like I feel like us, we kind of get, like we reach a cap. I don't know why it is.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like there's a lot of artists that are very prevalently known in Detroit, but they just didn't hit that mainstream. Like somebody actually brought a good point up to me last week when I was talking about top rappers from Detroit, and they said 42 Doug. And for some reason, I completely forgot about him. And I know
he's been locked up, right?
I know he's locked up and all that, but I also just didn't think about him as a Detroit rapper for some reason, even though he obviously is.
Yeah,
he made it to the mainstream. So when you're thinking about Detroit rappers, I'm not going to say any names because you're going to get in trouble for saying names, but we all know the top dogs, but you don't really think about them like the way you look at somebody like 42 Doug or even a Big Sean.
Exactly.
You don't look at them at that stratosphere for some reason. I mean, it's because they didn't get there, unfortunately.
Yeah, why? I don't know why is that though. Like
because their sound just doesn't work everywhere. It just doesn't work everywhere.
And I'm in the business for money. You know what I'm saying? Like I love making music. Don't get it wrong, but I like making money. I'm in here to make music, to make money, to get a return on my investment of time. So like the way I look at my stuff, like for example, the top earning genres were rock, hip hop, and EDM. Like the house, those are the top. Hip hop was like number 6.
For real?
Yeah, like so my thing is like why are all these people putting all this effort into hip hop when it's like almost to make it in hip hop is like getting drafted first round in NBA. Like your chances are it's possible, but your chances are very, very slim, I feel like.
Well, look, making a living off of music isn't as, it's hard, But obviously, when you're thinking about the millions of dollars, that's where it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because I know plenty of artists that make $100,000 to $300,000 a year making rap music in Detroit, and they're perfectly happy. This is cool. I'm good with that. But then, you know, there's other people who are like, no, I want the millions. You know, and somebody who's making that 100 to 300 probably can never make that million because that's a different level of music and content and all that stuff that it's hard to get there unless you really, really want it or try it. But some people still can't even do it, man. I mean, some people getting to the millions is really difficult, bro. Like making $1 million off music. Can you imagine how hard that could be?
Yeah, it's tough, man. But my little sister, we're not blood, but my industry sister, Brooklyn Queen,
I know Brooklyn.
She didn't touch them M's off, and she's fucking 17.
For real, she hit $1 million?
Dude, she just got another deal.
Oh, shit.
She's like signed 3 deals since she was like 14, 13.
Wasn't she on like Dr. Phil or some shit?
Yeah, she was just on Dr. Phil about some BS, bro. That was, you know, the publicity stunts, man.
I already knew when I seen it. I was like, what?
Great PR, though. Okay? That's great PR.
Did it work out?
I mean, she was at the Grammys, so
yeah.
I wasn't at the Grammys. I mean, was anybody in this room at the Grammys?
No. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, it is interesting to see there are people making millions and like not globally. She did great, but I'm saying there's a lot of people who are making tons of money without being globally known or even countrywide or anything nationwide or anything. Yeah. They can stay low key and make tons of money too. Talk about where your music goes though, like. What kind of music you're trying to make, bro? Like, what are you trying to... I mean, you don't really drop that many songs. So which direction are you really trying to take with the music?
So, like, the lane I kind of classify myself in is, like, the sad, emotional, like, hip-hop, pop type music. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. People throw me in a category with Uzi, Juice WRLD, the Trippie Redds, the Soul Fagos, the Ken Carson. Kind of like that new wave music. But... I mean, I feel like the new wave is where music's headed. Drake kind of threw people on a limb when he dropped that, what was it, like a House Electric project? You remember that dance project he dropped?
Nah.
Bro, no one remembers the Drake project? Do you remember, Ace? What was the name of the project? Honestly, Never Mind. Yeah. You never heard Honestly Never Mind, kiddo?
Is it the newest thing he dropped?
Yeah, it's before the 21 set. It was like the all house music.
No, yeah, I do know. I was at a girl's house and she was playing that.
Yeah.
It was confusing, yeah.
Oh, if she was playing that, you must have had a good night, bro.
Man, I can't say shit. I can't talk about, oh my God, man, I can't talk about anything on these podcasts anymore because then the next day I'll get a call from some girl. It's so crazy.
Speaking of, last time I was on the podcast, you know, we're not even going to speak on the situation, but you know, I spoke on about something that happened in the past.
Yeah.
When I was in high school.
Yeah.
I had the fucking cops show up at my front door, bruh. Yeah. The next week. Southfield Police, detective, handed me like I've been like assaulted. I'm like, bruh, what the heck?
I mean, you were. In a different type of way.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Just don't get the fuck out?
Hell yeah. We don't cooperate with the authorities, bruh. What the heck?
That was wild. We got in a lot of trouble in the last talk we had. A lot.
I
was getting a lot of phone calls from here and there and this and that. I'm like,
dude,
man.
I got NBA phone calls. Like, Lindsey Hunter, your son needs to be stopped. Yeah. He's speaking on things that have no business being spoken on. I'm like,
well, because you do represent something major. Like, you're the closest person connected to basketball on a major level besides 2 NBA players that I know, and like. What you say actually holds weight because your dad's was a former ex-NBA player, former NBA player. So it's like you hold a lot of weight when you speak.
Yeah,
you're dangerous. Like if you say the wrong thing.
Facts.
You could say anything and end somebody's career.
Yeah,
you know, isn't that crazy? Like you could say something, and most people could say something about an NBA player. And people, man, fuck out of here. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, there's a couple things up there just coming in my mind right now. And I'm like, man, if the world found out about this guy, holy fuck.
Rap's like that too, though, because you know a lot of stuff behind the scenes. If you spoke about it, it'd be over. Like, you just can't say shit.
Facts.
Like. That's the thing people got to understand. A lot of the reasons you see artists fall off or like crazy stuff happen to artists at the prime of their career is because they're just getting exposed for who they really are once they get to that level. Like once they get to that massive level, then everybody can see who that person really is eventually.
Yeah.
And then they do something fucking crazy that would have worked before, but it's not gonna work now.
Yeah.
Like you made it, but you can't do that same shit that you were doing when you were trying to get up here.
I think a prime example is the Baby, bro. The Baby is prime example of that. And I fuck with the Baby. I'm a the Baby diehard. I used to listen to all his music and stuff. But I went and saw him when I think I hit you up about that concert when Scoob opened up for him. You're like, I'm not popping out.
Yeah.
But I went and I just saw like I just seen like how the baby carries himself, and I'm like, okay, now I can see why people probably don't like him. Like, I'm not gonna judge the guy off the way he carries himself because you're the baby. Like, you're in your world, you're the shit. So like, fuck it. If I was making millions or getting paid 50, 60,000 a show, I'd probably act the same way.
Yeah.
But it's just like, damn, like this guy went from selling out like Rolling Loud, selling out arenas to like getting booked in the same venues as Baby Tron and like Scoob.
Yeah.
Like that kind of hits. That's what makes it seem like, okay, this shit might be attainable. Like this shit actually might be attainable.
Yeah, man. There's always a chance if you fucking do the right things and shit, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right though. Like when you start seeing artists do stuff that's like lower of what they were last year significantly, it always makes you wonder like, what does it take to make it then?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's a major part of the reason why I've been holding back on like the music stuff, because I don't want to pop out and let's say I hit up my uncle or hit up my dad, like put you on tour with this big artist, and then we go on tour for 3-4 months, and then after that, what are you doing for 6-7 months? You go on a couple podcasts, go do a couple interviews. Like when I hit, I want to like hit with full emotion. You know what I'm saying?
How many songs do you have in the vault right now?
Can I give you an estimate? Because I don't want the labels to know, man. Because we're working on some stuff, but I got over 400.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we're locked in with the music. The music's not the problem. It's just about marketing, and we're getting to a level where AI is changing the game. Like I almost got to the point where I was about to be like, man, fuck Vince Heartbreak, fuck all this. I'm about to drop an album under Heartbreak Records and put Biggie Smalls and Tupac on the same song together. Man. Put Drake, put everybody on that song.
Yeah, I've been seeing that 4GP chat or whatever.
Oh yeah, I use ChatGPT. You probably got some of my ChatGPT messages.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, ChatGPT runs my social media.
For real?
Dude, you gotta get hit, man.
I noticed they're like making video games out of it and all that. Like you can do a lot of stuff on there.
Dude, you're gonna like AI is gonna take over and it's gonna kill us all. I'm not gonna lie. So we might as well put this on.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm frightened by these robots taking over the internet because I feel like I know a lot of these women DMing me aren't really women. I know it's a robot, son. But they're getting good now, man. They're getting so good. Like they're getting really these fake robot females on the internet are getting really, really good. Like they start saying stuff that's like, man, this makes a lot of sense. Like
no way.
But then I'll be like, let me see a picture of you or a video of you, and it's like, no, I can't do that. It's like, what? But then I went to go have a conversation with the chat, like the normal robot, and I was getting kind of like similar responses from that chat.
Yeah.
So this is a robot talking to me.
Dude, it's gonna get spooky. I'm telling you. Give it like I'd say probably like within the next 6 years, we'll have our first prototype sex robot that humans are buying to fuck and have companionship.
No, it's already happening in Japan and shit.
Yeah,
they're going crazy.
Yeah, you know the Asians are always ahead of track with us.
Yeah, there's like a fucking vending machine that sells them in Japan.
Sells the sex bots?
Yeah, I seen it.
Here's my question: are you fucking a sex bot?
So, sex bot.
Badass sex bot.
Nah, cause I mean, honestly,
they got it looking like Cash Doll. Cash Doll 2.0.
No, you know why I wouldn't? Because you know, this is why I don't give a fuck about that. I've been like last year. Full disclaimer, I'm not fucking like, out here like I was like that. I'm talking about the past motherfuckers watching this that always call me the next day. In the past, when girls would hit me up to fuck, and even if they were hot, 10 out of 10, if I have to wear a rubber, I'm not going.
Really?
So yeah, because like I don't know what it is. Like I can't like fuck a girl. That's like too much of a distance to me. Where I'm like
with a condom.
Yeah, I'm like it's too much of a separate. It's like not worth it for me. It's like I need the whole experience. Like I don't like the half the experience type thing. So like with a robot, I feel like that would be way worse than half the experience. That's why
you don't have to wear a condom.
He doesn't make a good point.
No condom.
But I don't trust these robots.
And
man.
your robot won't fuck nobody else.
I'm at a point where I don't give a fuck no more. Oh, I gotta stop saying shit like this.
You're
man.
gonna fuck up
stop
whatever
fucking
you
up. All right, hold on.
He cares. Kiddo cares.
I give a fuck. God, bro, I'm so sick of this. What about you? Do you get how is like when you run your social media and you say shit? Don't you get in trouble by other? Like I mean, did you used to get in trouble like or in circumstances where women were paying attention to shit you were saying and doing?
I mean, my girl can attest. I'm in a relationship right now, but like.
Oh, good.
Because we had a situation when one of her associates like sent her a DM like this is what he DM'd me, which was like hard eyes or some shit. But my girl, she completely understands that I use ChatGPT and like even when I was fishing trying to find a woman, ChatGPT. If I can spam, like 40% of my following on Instagram is women. If I can spam, I got 23,000 followers. If I can spam 12,000 women, hard eyes, or I want to break your back, or you're sexy as fuck. Imagine, like, that's a big percentage. Like, at least, even if I get 5% to respond back, out of 5%, maybe 1% would be some bad bitches, 2% would be like some decent, 3% would be like some trash. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's how I view it, bro.
I was doing the same shit. I can't judge. Monday nights, literally would go wake up in the mornings and message like literally as many women as possible. And by
no
8
shame.
and by 8:00 at night, I would have
You
like
got
the
something on
yeses
the
and nos
floor.
and left on reds, like all that shit, just chilling. Man, that shit worked. And then, when shit would slow down, I'd be like, man, why is shit slowing down? It's because you didn't message 100 bitches on Monday.
Yeah,
like, you gotta
exactly.
remember to like fucking.
It's not that hard of a formula.
It's a management systems that you gotta do. And then you keep trying to go, like, you keep hitting up the same girls over and over again. And
You sent that already.
My friend Rio set me up with that close friend system. Like, he's like, just add all the girls you want and your close friends and then post crazy ass shit in there. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I never heard of that method. That's a good method.
It's fire. Because, like, you can't oversaturate your stories when you're an artist. Because then people are going to be like, what the fuck are you posting? But if only the people you want to see it, then you're cool.
Yeah.
So I was doing that. And then I started realizing it's becoming a waste of time. Like,
Facts, yeah.
You got to get a new fleet or a new set in.
Yeah.
You got to remove all the girls that you didn't get to yet, and then set a new set. And
Yeah,
this is all old school news. This is not new.
Hey, when I was in the game, though, I definitely sent you some eaters your way.
Yeah, you hooked me up.
Did you ever convert with any of them? Can we speak on that for the?
I can't talk about that.
Oh man,
I can't talk about that. No, I can't say it. But I'll say you did throw a lot of women that were fucking fine to me. Like, so listen.
Listen, I'm a real nigga though, right, L? Most niggas don't be like that with women, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real nigga, bro. I'm not one of them guys. No, that's my bitch. I'm fucking her. No. Like, of course, like, when I'm in a relationship, it's different, bro. But if I'm in the streets, bro, and I'm for everybody, I don't give a fuck. Everybody's for everybody at that point, I feel like.
Yeah.
Especially when you got, like, dude, like, the shit I've been seeing, bro. Like, I went to the Forbes event last year, and I was invited on the behalf of Dan Gilbert and Rock Ventures. But I'm sitting up there, and I just realized, like, I'm, like, taking it in, because I'm like, Forbes is big. This is tough. Like, Forbes, this is lit. I'm there drinking. And I realized, like, this is just a big orgy, bro. Like, it's just a big business orgy.
What do you mean?
Like, all the high-level business people are just going to one city, getting hotels to go, quote-unquote, network, which is really just fuck everybody. You drink, you talk, you fuck, you wake up the next morning and do it all over again.
That sounds like fire.
No, and, yo, oh, my gosh. Bro, I was there so lost, bro. I had an old white lady come grab my shoulder, and I was there with a girl at the time, bro, and, like, this is her friend. She's like, oh, he's so handsome. I love chocolate men.
Ooh.
And her husband is, like, sitting right behind me, and he's just drunk. I said, yo, what the fuck is this? It's like, this is some, like, Sodom and Gomorrah shit. But
So did you convert or not? Or you had a girlfriend at the time?
no, I didn't. I mean, I converted, but I didn't have a girlfriend.
I see you.
Yeah.
Good shit.
There's plenty of people. I'm surprised you weren't at fucking Forbes. It was in Detroit.
Man, I don't go to shit no more. I'm chilling.
I
I
feel
don't give a
that.
fuck. You can come to me.
Yeah.
Forbes can come to my couch.
That
Like, come
is
see me. People try to get me to pull up to them, like, come to my house and do the interview. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. You can come here when you're ready.
Yeah, facts. Especially, this is a nice vibe, too.
Yeah, man, this is chilling, bro. We got Nick. We got fucking high.
But if Drake asks you to pull up, are you pulling up?
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna say Eminem, Drake,
Cash Doll, definitely.
KD. I can pull up to outer space, pull up to Mars. But for real, Detroit artists, no. Like,
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't. Only nobody. I swear, nobody in Detroit.
There's too much shit that be going on. I mean, I'm not gonna say the artist name specifically, but me and you were mutuals, bro. But a lot of the events, like, I was gonna go to one of his last events, and it got shot up, and I was like, "Fuck, bro, I'm not going outside. This is the first time I just stepped foot. This isn't even Detroit. This is my manager could attest for me. I don't go outside. Like, I don't leave the crib unless I need to, because it's 2023. Like, you got HelloFresh, you got DoorDash, you got GoStream.xx. I just gave people some sauce so you don't go to the movies. You can see any movie in the movie theaters for free.
Cool.
You got Stream East, any sporting site, any fights, NBA, you don't got to pay. So why would I need to go outside?
Yeah, it's wild because when you go to events, you do look around like, where's the exit? Have you ever been in a situation not even a situation, but experience the moment of life where you're like, all right, if I die right now, it's cool.
Yeah, man. I say like a year and a half ago, I got in a really, really bad accident. Crashed my whip to a pole, flew through the windshield, slammed my head on the ground. Yeah. So I got this fat ass scar right here. Shit. Broke half my skull, broke my hearing bones, broke my jaw, teeth, and like I was in a coma for three weeks. And when I first hit my head, like I was still into it. And when they put me in the ambulance, I was freaking out because like so much blood was falling out. And it got to a point where I was like, man, if this is it, God, just don't let me go to hell and burn, bruh. Like, I know I done some fucked up shit, man. Just like, don't let me go to hell. Just let me go to heaven and I'll be all right. And then I ain't gonna lie to you, I was begging the guy like a little bitch, like, yo, if you let me survive, I swear to God, I'll do it right. I'll do my life the right way. I'll do it the right way.
Damn. So, I didn't know that happened to you, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. My dad was coaching in Mississippi at the time. My mom was in Chicago. They both had to drive. Like in the middle of the season, my dad and little bro drove to East Lansing where I got in the car accident. And I woke up 3 weeks later and everyone's in the hospital. I'm like, what the fuck? But
what was it like knowing that it's been 3 weeks since like you were conscious again?
Dude, to be honest with you, I was really confused as fuck, bruh. Because, like, my face was swollen. I had, like, tubes in my ears. I was hooked up to a bunch of IVs. So, like, when I woke up, I threw up a bunch of blood because my brain was bleeding. So, all the blood had drained from my brain to, like, my stomach and throat. Threw up all that shit. Then I, like, start ripping the shit off me. I'm like, fuck, like a scene off of Hulk when Hulk wakes up from going to sleep. And the nurse is running, like, calm down, calm down. I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened? I was like, you've been in a bad accident. I'm like, what's today? They're like, it's 3 weeks from the date. Because what was it? I think the date of my accident was July 6th. I think I woke up like maybe like the beginning of, what's the month after July? August. Yeah, I think the beginning of August. Because I dropped my first project August 7th. And then I went on tour. Fuck $1 Million Music, by the way. I was signed to this record label out of New York. Yeah. And the CEO just went to jail for child molestation. You're a sick fuck, Rocky. I hope they like lock him away, throw the key. Yeah. But they forced me to go on tour after my accident. Like, I had an 8-date tour. I was in New York. I was in Cali for Rolling Loud, White Rose Moxie, Florida, Texas, Denver. Like, we were all over the place. And I couldn't fly. The doctor's like, you can't fly because we just did surgery in your ear. The pressure will fuck up the fake bones in your ear. And they put me on the road and made me perform.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, man, this music industry might not be for me, man.
Did you get through it okay? Like, did you like?
Yeah, I did all the shows, but I had to get out the deal, and it took me like 4 months of going back and forth. We went to court over 5 times.
Yeah. What did they have you signed for?
They only signed me for, what was it, $950,000, and it wasn't even a deal like you think. Like when you go sign these deals with labels, make sure you read the fine print. Make sure like. Because if a label gives you $950,000, they're not giving that to you to put in your pocket. Out of that $950,000, I only saw $10,000 up front. The rest were deemed as marketing, like paying for videos, paying for promo, radio. But my thing is, I have a team of videographers, so like, okay, my video guy, now I can pay you using the record label. Now, since you've been shooting for me for free for the past years, we're gonna charge $1,000 a video for the label now, because that's the price you've been paying since we've been shooting. And they weren't fucking with it at all. They're like, no, we want you to shoot with this guy. We want you to shoot with this guy. And I'm like, bro, I got to stay loyal to the people who, like, believed in me in the beginning. Like, I'm big on, like, team.
Does it feel like a scam to sign to a label sometimes? Or do you feel like it's just, like, a marketing thing? Or like
it's scam and then, like, marketing. Because, like, it's 2023, but the only thing the labels really can do for you now is, like, putting you on these headliner festivals, you know, getting you those off the radar stuff, like everything else you really can do for yourself. And like
the thing is, you already because you grew up around the whole world and you saw everything you could possibly see as a young growing up. So nothing means much to you anymore, even if you meet somebody or get to experience anything that somebody else would find like
it's really
phenomenal. So but was there anything that you recalled from this whole experience so far that kind of stands out?
You know, the thing that stands out to me, I got 2 moments. The first moment was probably 2 years ago, and I was walking in 12 Oaks Mall, and this random ass black guy walks up to me. He's like, "You're Vince fucking Heartbreak." I'm like, How you know that? I follow you on Instagram. I'm like, shit, this shit actually might work. And then this year in January, I went to the Pistons game with my dad. And like when we go to Pistons games, like we have all access, all inclusive, free drinks, free food, walk around. Me, the Pistons suck. Like everyone at the Pistons know how I feel about the Pistons. They're completely terrible. Thank God we got Dwayne Casey out of there. I love Dwayne Casey to death, but we got to get somebody new in there. But after the game, I was on the court just shooting around. You know how like they let the fans like get in line to shoot on the court. So I'm just shooting on the side while they're shooting. And this little white kid, his name's Isaac, and he lives in Farmington Hills. He like sprints underneath the barriers and like comes and gives me a hug. He's like, "You're my favorite artist. I watch all your TikToks and videos." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then his dad and little brother come. He's like, "Yeah, he's a big fan of you, man." Took pictures with the kid. I'm like, "Fuck, like
that's cool."
Damn, talk about inspire the youth. And so I really think that's what it's all about. Those are the moments like you can't put a price on that shit, man.
Yeah, getting recognized and people telling you how much you matter to them.
Yeah.
And some people will give you a hug in a way where like you know you meant something to them.
Yeah,
some
like
type of way.
Like damn, like that shit's crazy.
Yeah. What kind of music are you kind of putting out? Because you're saying you're gonna mix it up and you're not really paying attention to Detroit. You're gonna be going all over. Your music has like a very, like I said, abstract vibe to it. It's not like totally concrete on what type of genre it is really for me. But where do you branch off in a market? Like what market do you go into with that kind of music? What city, what state, what area do you think really takes that and goes with it?
So like I do all my marketing myself because I own a marketing company. It's called Avini Marketing. And I really don't target states and cities really. I more target other artists and like that I'm in their niche. I target their fan bases. So like,
oh, that's smart.
For the past 4 years, like I've targeted Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, Sofago, who's another artist I target? And Machine Gun Kelly, Young Blood, what's the one goth Barbie girl?
So you follow what they're doing, like as far as where they're at. Like,
yeah.
That's genius. I
don't pay attention to any city artist. The only city artist I pay attention to is White Rose Moxie. But the only reason I pay attention to him is because he's got to deal with 300 Entertainment. He brought me to Rolling Loud. He goes to the off the radars, the major platforms. So I'm like, okay, that's a formula I can follow. Cause like and Mox is like he shows a lot of love because most artists won't show love like. If I went on this platform, I'm not gonna give you the sauce to get on that platform so you can get bigger than me. You get what I'm saying? So like all the Detroit guys, I really stay away from. Like you're the only podcast, to be honest, in Detroit that I've been on, and plenty other podcasts have asked me to come, but it's just that I don't see the benefit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a thing that I'm trying to. I just did an interview with somebody where I got interviewed, and I don't do podcasts anymore like at all because I did 8 of them. And again, the reason I don't do podcasts is because of the 8 I did, a few of them never came out. A few of them, the microphones weren't even plugged in. A few of them, the questions were all about Sada Baby and Cash Doll.
Yeah.
And it's like you're kind of sitting there and you're going like, what am I doing here? And then on top of that, you don't even have a reach for real.
Yeah.
And then I hated how, like, I didn't like how they made a list of like the top Detroit podcasts. My name wasn't on it.
They didn't put you at the top?
No, it was, I don't know what that situation was all about.
Who's the top podcast?
No offense to them, but I've never heard of them, and nobody I knew heard of them.
What's the name of the podcast? Do you even know?
I don't know. And so I figured out it was kind of like a voting system, so it had nothing to do with actual, like, who's actually the best.
Analytics and shit.
And so then another post, Detroit Rap Daily had made a post, like, which Detroit podcast are you rocking with most? And I was the first one on the slide. But the comments, a lot of people were dropping my name. But the thing that bothered me is a lot of people were dropping all these other podcasts and their own podcasts. And it's like, yo, when it's your turn, bro.
Yeah.
Don't start talking like we're up next or we're the biggest or we're the best when you have 0 views, nobody's following you. You don't have any you don't have anything. When For Show Magazine and the Hip Hop Lab were doing interviews and podcasts, I was bowing down to it. Like, yo, keep doing that. That's legendary. They're the ones up.
Giving them their flowers. That's what you're supposed to do.
You don't go like, no, but mine's up next or mine's the biggest one or lying. You're just lying.
Yeah.
Like, why? Just say like, yo, you have a better chance of being like, yo, that guy's legendary, and me being like, let me come on your podcast. You showed love. Than you acting like you're doing something you're not doing.
Yeah.
So that's what's bothered. That's why I don't go on podcasts in Detroit anymore. I think like I don't know what y'all are doing. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I really don't know what anybody's doing. Like, nothing anybody's doing besides like Meet the Connect is really making any sense.
That's what's it starts with
Spody?
an S. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on his. I think he's a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He gives me good vibes, and I think his podcast is more. It has more of a reach than Detroit. Like I feel like it gives me an Atlanta vibe, a Cali vibe.
It could be, son, but damn, I've been watching the views and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, bro.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to get views, man.
It is, bro, but I'm just saying, like,
everybody can't do views. I think we're at 1.5K on our music video we dropped, and I had somebody like, man, congrats. I'm like, bro, 1,000 views isn't nothing. And then I had to bring myself back to be like, because I really like, I aim for the stars. Like, I witnessed my dad win 3 NBA championships. Like, I witnessed it. So, like, aiming for the stars and hitting your goals, like, that's the only thing I look at. Like, I don't look at, we only got 10,000 instead of 1 million. Yeah. So I had to bring it back. Like, okay, you know, I got to kind of give myself flowers. Like, 1,000, 1.5 views on a brand where, like, I completely branched out from my dad and became my own separate entity. And I can pull in 1.5 streams. I'm like, I guess I can give a round of applause for myself for that.
Well, yeah, bro. Most people don't get 100 views or even 10, 50 views. We're only finding these songs because they have views, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that many people that actually are doing any type of numbers. How much are you paying attention to the teams, man? Are you paying attention to the Pistons still? Like, are you involved with any of that?
Not really. My dad, he's doing the Bally Sports stuff, and he's gonna work in the front office. Hopefully, if they can negotiate something. But if they bring my dad in as like a assistant general manager or like assistant coach, I'll probably get more tied in with like the creative side because my guy. Do you know Aaron Johnson?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, great guy. Shout out Aaron Johnson. We love you, Aaron.
Yeah, I love you, Aaron.
He's a great guy.
He hooked me up seats this year. Some nice seats.
You could have asked me for seats.
But I'm just saying, like, he reached out and he's like, yo, I got some seats for you tonight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You act like you don't got my number, bro. Ace, did you go to the game, bro? Ace was in there. Shout out Ace Management. That's my new manager right there.
When
Ace
Isaiah
Management.
Stewart went after LeBron, I was at that game and I recorded me screaming. I was like, Detroit, this is Detroit. And it went viral on the internet, but like nobody tagged me.
I hate when that happens.
But it's all good. But when I was at that, I was like, man, I don't care if we are losing. I love this team right now. Like, I don't know if he's still on our team, but I love shit like that.
All right, here's my question. So, because I had a situation like that 3 years ago. Do you remember everyone knows the song Old Town Road. Mm-hmm. You remember that video that went viral in Detroit with the guys riding on the horses up and down 7 Mile?
Yeah, I do know that.
I was the person that recorded that. It was me and Rasheed Wallace's son. We had just left the dispo.
For real?
And we're like, pull it out. I'm like, I'm going to turn on Old Town Road. And I play the song we recorded. That bitch does like 10, 15 million on Twitter. It's on the fucking news. I'm in the comment section like tagging myself like, yo, I'm the guy who recorded this.
Man.
So did you have a moment like, bro, I'm trying to get my recognition? Like,
the only reason I was upset is because the person who posted it and it went viral on his page
it
is
went
my boy.
viral on the other person.
But he was my boy. I'm like, bro, you put my name, son. Come on, man. Like that. The reason that video went off the way it went off is because of me, not just because of what LeBron. There was a bunch of videos of LeBron doing that. My mind is because I was like, this is Detroit. I was going crazy. But like, what's been just talk about that a little bit. A lot of people don't. For you, it's normal, but for a lot of people, it's like to be so connected in the sports industry like that, and especially with the playoffs going on, man. Like, what's some stuff that you get to encounter during like the now of Pistons?
Well, I just talked to my boy Jordan Poole last night, so I'm going to Game 1 for the Lakers. So I'm gonna go out and try to catch that. So those are kind of like pluses, and then other pluses are just like my girlfriend right now. She can attest. Like, I'm a cheap bastard. Like, I hate spending money, bro. Unless like I'm spending money on something I feel like it's worth it, which is like flights, hotels, renting jet skis. I'll spend money on that type shit. But like restaurants, like going out to buy alcohol, like I hate doing that. So like me being who I am, like I can go to certain places like Views Bar and Grill. Shout out Views, my guy D State, he's the owner. I can go to Views, he'll show me hella love, free drinks, free food. I can go to the Park downtown Detroit, which is like a very like renowned restaurant, half off, free drinks. Like that's the type of like benefits I get, or like All-Star Weekend, NBA games, events like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cool as hell, man. People wish they could do some shit like that. Are you still staying connected with the players and stuff?
Yeah, of course. I got to.
Yeah.
I got to stay connected. I'm the closest guy I'm closest to is Kill Hayes because my dad trains him.
For real?
Yeah, But we got to get him and Scoob on the same page, man.
What did they say?
You don't remember what Scoob said about we shouldn't even bring it back up since nobody knows, bro. We shouldn't even.
Oh, that was one of the ones I filmed. The one where
remember when he got flack from the Pistons? You know, me and my dad helped diffuse that situation.
For real?
Yeah, when he was like, they need to trade Kill. He fucking sucks.
Oh yeah. I remember that now. And then we did another one, and he said something else about another Detroit player. And I had to take it down. I remember that. I was like, Scoop. Like I love Sada because he's so honest, but damn son, you like honestly sometimes it doesn't help anybody. Sometimes it doesn't help him.
Sometimes the best bet is to lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't lie. I just like avoid shit now.
I mean that's lying.
I go around it. Like the other day I was doing an interview and somebody asked me some crazy question that like I had no business talking about, and I was like, yeah, banana peels, man, they can go brown after like 3 days for real. Like I just got the fuck away from that situation. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk like. A lot of motherfuckers like ask. I get the baiting shit. Like you ask crazy ass baiting ass questions to get the views up and the title, but that's what I aim to do with my platform is make it where it's not a clickbait podcast, where it's like, yo, people can have a genuine conversation. You kind of humanize artists. You get to really know somebody. Funny conversations, insightful history. Just have good overall vibes without having to clickbait everything. Yeah. That's one thing All-Star JR said when he came on here. He's like, I had to make sure you weren't about that before I came on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't have nothing preset. So that's what I'm kind of aiming to do with what I got going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, none of that bullshit, crazy viral. Because me and you said some viral shit, but like we had to delete a lot of shit.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
we
said
delete that.
Remember, I called you after pop like, bro, we bro, some of that shit can't get out, bro. We're messing with people's livelihoods, bro.
Yeah, for real.
But I told you some stuff. You were shocked.
I was shocked, man. I called my cousins. I said, I can't believe it, bro.
I know the exact one you're talking about, bro.
Like, nah, it's cap. I never, man. But anyway, what else has been new for you, man? What's been on your mind, anyways, at least?
Really, I'm focused on these projects, man. We got like 3-4 projects lined up to drop. I just got booked for it's called Cinco de Mayo Fest at L Club in Detroit. So I'll do that Friday. We got Spark Fest coming up, Spark in the Park Fest in Ypsilanti. I got invited to the Try something in Bay City. You ever been to Bay City? Neither have I. So I'm gonna go there and do a show apparently. So
cool.
Hopefully that goes good. But that's pretty much it, man. I've just been really building my brand and like putting myself out there. Like, okay, here's the product, everyone. Cause like I really believe. And this might be a controversial statement, but I really believe in Detroit when it comes to artistry, as far as putting together music, as far as speaking, like painting pictures with words. I feel like I'm one of the top dogs, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been in the studio with Future, been in the studio with Drake, I've been in the studio with Young Blue, been in the studio with Ray Shrumman, and I've seen their process. And with Ray Shrumman, shout out to my guy, thank you, Eli from Chicago. He's real cool with them. And we have freestyle sessions and we're rapping. And I'm like, man, I kind of feel like I can hold my own when it comes to this like creating stuff. And like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people can't say that confidently. Like, no, I can make a song and I can play it for somebody, and I guarantee there's a good chance they're gonna start bumping their head to it. And then I hit a totally different like. If coming from Detroit, I don't think there's anyone hitting my demographic. Like, I got fans from Latina descent. I got fans from Middle Eastern descent. Like, majority of my fans are white people, like drunk white boys, college boys. Those are my fans. Like, I don't think anyone's hitting from that demographic. And with Detroit, like my dad, 3-time NBA champion. I grew up in Detroit. I feel like I don't get enough love in this fucking city, man. Like, it's fucking crazy, bro. Like, I really feel like I don't get love in Detroit, and it really keeps me like, because I can so easily say, I'm from LA, I'm from Toronto, I'm from Milwaukee, I'm from Florida, I'm from Boston. I lived in all those places. I chose Detroit as my home state. Like, when shit blows, people are like, oh, he's from Detroit. And I feel like I don't get any love. Like, the first time I got booked was with Backwoods and Bonfires. And that was 3 years into the game. And then promoters, festivals that I was hitting up when I started, before people knew that I was Lindsey Hunter's son, they're hoeing me. Like, I have a song that I just made the other day talking about promoters hoeing me, look at me now. And then when I go on your podcast and people find out I'm Lindsey Hunter's son, why is everybody trying to hit me up to come do stuff now when you got the DMs from 2018, 2019 when I was trying to hit you up? Now I'm about to wax you a price that I know I wouldn't pay myself, but just because of the way you did me, you feel me?
Yeah, people they don't look at the potential. They only look at what's the value at the very moment. And so once they figure out that value, that's how they kind of handle you and whatnot. That's why another thing I'm aiming to do with this podcast is like break that barrier too, where it's like, yo, man, if you're a genuine person, you're a cool person. Like the first people that get on my podcast without getting charged or nothing like, I'll keep that out of there. But
yeah,
the first people who come on, my friends, people I'm close to and I'm connected with, right? People who believed in me or people who have supported me to somewhat, whatever degree, whatever. Usually they come on, I'll call them or I'll hit them up and be like, yo, pull up. But then there's the people where like, I know they don't, I know they have a chance so they can come. Like, and I really believe in them and I'll hit them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the people who never come on here are the people who I know like have been seeing me and just never say nothing.
Yeah. I feel like I was showing you hella love.
I mean, you always been rocking, man.
I was rocking with you when you first started the podcast, bro. I remember.
No, I remember it. But even when we met, the thing that was the coolest part was just meeting you at the gym.
Yeah, you met me at my dad's gym, and I walked up to you on some fanboy shit. I was like, Kid L, what the fuck are you doing at my gym? Yeah, I'm just here for the Sada Baby run. I'm like...
And you didn't know Sada Baby was coming?
I'm like, why the fuck is Sada Baby coming here? And my second question is, why did we charge you guys? What the fuck?
That shit was hilarious. Yeah, and I remember I texted Scoob. I said, "Yo, Scoob, that's Lindsey Hunter's son." And like, not only that, but like, he's showing love. Like, he's telling us to just pull up and like hoop with us and all that.
Yeah, why would he? I'm a businessman, like, and I got into it. Like, we don't own that gym anymore. Thank God, my dad got a business with that guy. But like, I would bring like people. Like I brought Miles Bridges into that gym. I brought LaMelo Ball. Yeah. Scoob came to that gym. I brought Tron to that gym. Brought a bunch of like high level like people that if you have a business, you can benefit off of that. Yeah. So my thing is, why would I make phone calls to bring people and then you guys turn around and charge them like they're not having kids stop what they're doing and come to the gym to try to get a picture?
Yeah, for sure.
Like and that's the business side that I don't, because I'm a firm believer. Everybody I work with, like. I do work with people like, yeah, you're going to make some money off me, but I like to make money with people.
Yeah, man.
Because, like, even with your podcast, remember when we came on, I threw you the lob. I was calling people like, yo, you need to get on this podcast if your brand, I don't care what the price he gives you, is going to benefit your brand.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the kind of way I build everything. Like, with my music videos, with any connection I have.
You're a genuine person, bro.
I try to make it beneficial. Because I've been there, like. My dad, I come from millions, bro. Everybody I grew up around, 99.9% of the people just used my family. No one ever like did genuine stuff. Like my dad sold his house when my little brother graduated. And he bought a new one, so we had to move. And we had like a 48-hour timestamp because my dad waits last minute for everything. So we hired a moving team last minute. They came. They can only work for 4 hours, so they got a bunch of shit. And mind you, my dad's house is filled with like tons and tons of shit. My mom is like a basketball wife, like one-on-one. Like if you think basketball NBA wife, that's my mom. Buys the most expensive shit, expensive furniture, expensive pictures. So we're struggling it's me, my dad, my little brother, one of my buddies, and one of my dad's buddies. We're all moving all this heavy shit. I'm like, bro, there's no way in hell, Lindsey Hunter, we're sitting here moving these heavy-ass boxes. And then the next day is my brother's graduation party, and my mom books out the whole Gingy restaurant, pays for everybody's food. I saw the bill. It was over $10,000 because over 100 people showed up. So how do 100 people show up to eat? Eat off my mama's and dad's dime. But y'all niggas don't want to show up when niggas need help. We need help. So at the event, don't speak to me. You're not my uncle. You're not my cousin. I'm not your little brother. You really can get the fuck out my face for all I care. Because... that's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, people don't show up unless there's something to get back from it.
Unless it's beneficial.
Unless it's beneficial, that's for sure. That's, again, what we're aiming to do here, bro. Is like, it doesn't, like, when I call people to come on here or I tell people to come on here, bro, as my friends, there is, like, Primo and Danny G, especially, too. Like
Daddy G and Primo are great guys.
We can get 400 views on you. I don't give a fuck. We had a good time.
You got, bro, those are good guys. I love Daddy G and Primo.
We're running a little bit out of time, man, but I'm gonna get you back in here soon, man. Shit's always fun talking to you, and the next time we'll have more of we got the update. The next time we're gonna talk some shit, have some more fun. Vince Heartbreak was in the building, man. Is there anything you want to say before we close out?
Appreciate you for having me on the show, my guy.
Yeah, man.
And I don't got much to say. It was fun though.
Yeah, so it was fun, bro.
Make sure you shop though my buddy's clothes, bro. This is Alien Divine, man.
I'm on it, man.
This is tough, right?
Yes, he.
Yeah. Yeah, can I bring my guy on here? Can you come over here for a second, bro? Can we bring you? And I'm gonna ask you a question I already know the answer to, but I'm about to put you on the spot. This guy designs tough ass shit. This is the hoodie right here.
Yeah.
This is the question I'm finna ask you though, bro. Can I like rent the hoodie for like a week, bro? For a week, bro. Damn, he don't want to give me the hoodie, L, man. Bro, I tell you, I would cherish it like if you gave me your son or your daughter, bro. That's a real nigga. I swear to God, this bitch is hard, bro.
Right, man.
And we got, babe, don't we have a stuffed animal set where we can sit them right over there with all the stuffed animals? This guy's hard.
Love you guys, man. Appreciate you being a part of this, man. We're at Parallel Sound Studio, High Low Visuals and shooting the productions. We have Vince Heartbreak in the building. We're out.
Nick.
Peace.